Hey readers, what's up? My name is B and this is my friend Marie, and we're going to be taking you with us on a journey through today's book.
Hello everyone, I'm Marie, and today we'll be reading a few poems from a book called Brown Girl Dreaming by Jacqueline Woodson.
This book follows the author in her life when she was younger during the Civil Rights Movement. Jacqueline has had to face many hardships, but one can say, through those hardships, she has grown as a person.
We all come from different backgrounds. We all have our own hardships to face, whether this is racism, discrimination, or just hateful words others say. It is important to remember where you come from, because it shapes who you are.
The best things in life are on the other side of a difficult conversation. I found this quote and I thought it was so true. We will be faced with difficult conversations and topics that will change the way we see the world.
However, if we remember who we are and remember our roots and where we come from, we can never fail. We as people will always grow and take pride in where we come from.
This story is about discovering herself and her culture. Only when we reflect and talk about the difficult conversations can we find ourselves. Marie, do you think you can explain what culture means?
Well, to me, culture is where we come from and what makes us, well, us. Whatever makes you the person you are right now is a part of your culture. To me, culture is taking pride in where you come from, in your family's history. My culture is taking pride in my nationality. I am German, Native American, Seneca and Cherokee, Irish, and Italian. What is culture to you, Brandon?
I see. To me, culture can also be the things you love to do. To me, swimming is part of my culture since it makes me who I am. I love to swim, and it's just one part of my culture.
So readers, what is something about your culture that makes you, you?
Now before we read, let's grab some materials we will need later on.
You will need a sheet of paper, any writing utensil, and your creativity.
Now that we have everything, it's time to read. At the end of the day. There are white men working at the printing press besides Daddy, their fingers blackened with ink, so at the end of the day, palms up, it's hard to tell who is white and who is not. Still, they called my grandfather Gunner, even though he's a foreman and is supposed to be called Mr. Irby. But he looks the white man in the eye, sees the way so many of them can't understand a colored man, telling them what they need to do. This is new, too fast for them. The South is changing. Sometimes they don't listen, sometimes they walk away. At the end of the day, the newspaper is printed. The machines are shut down, each man punches a clock and leaves, but only colored folks come home to Nickeltown. Here you can't look right or left, or up or down, without seeing brown people. Color town, brown town, even a few mean words to say where we live. My grandmother tells us it's the way of the South. Colored folks used to stay where they were told that they belonged, but times are changing, and people are itching to go where they wanted. This evening, though, I am happy to belong to Nickeltown.
Wow, that was powerful. In the beginning of the poem, we can feel and see the racism of workers. It makes me upset to imagine people would be treated like that. To hear that people come to a town that they don't know and disrespect the town that they are visiting is sad to hear. Never judge a book by its cover. That should be said about people and places too.
You're right, Marie. The way they treated Mr. Irby in the town was wrong. However, did you see the way she took pride in belonging to Nickeltown, no matter what other people said?
Yes, I did. That made me so happy to hear. She took pride in her hometown and where she came from, just like I take pride in my nationality.
Readers, how did it make you feel? Let's stop and act out how you felt. Here's how it works. You're going to get 10 seconds to act out all your emotions and whatever else came to your mind while reading. Are you sad, angry, happy? Whatever you feel, Act it out! Marie, do you think you could count us off?
Okay, readers, are you ready? On the count of 3. 1, 2, 3, start!
And stop! That was amazing to share and reflect on her story. It can be so powerful to connect and share our emotions with others about topics that are so hard to speak about. Have you ever had to deal with hardship? What methods did you use to overcome it?
To overcome a hardship for me, I start drawing, writing, maybe picking up a sport, and finding a hobby.
There are many different ways to connect with others that create the world you live in. Let's take a look at another quote that talks about creating your own world.
Each world. When there are many worlds, you can choose the one you walk into each day. You can imagine yourself brilliant as your sister, slower moving, quiet and thoughtful as your older brother, or filled up with the hiccuping joy and laughter of the baby in the family. You can imagine yourself a mother now, climbing onto a bus at nightfall, turning to wave goodbye to your children, watching the world of South Carolina disappear behind you. When there are many worlds, love can wrap itself around you. Say, don't cry. Say, you are as good as anyone. Say, keep remembering me. And you know, even as the world explodes around you, that you are loved. Each day, a new world opens itself up to you. And all the worlds are Ohio and Greenville, Woodson and Irby, Gunner's Child and Jack's Daughter, Jehovah's Witness and Non-Believer, Listener and Writer, Jackie and Jacqueline. Gather into one world called you, where you decide what each world and each story and each ending will finally be.
Remember, those materials you had to get at the beginning of the video? Grab them now.
It's time to create your own world. First, grab a sheet of paper and any writing utensil. Next, draw a circle. After, break it into 4 sections, like puzzle pieces. Label 1 family, self, school, and friends. Now it's time to fill in each section with pictures and words that represent you. Lastly, add some color to your pictures, and now you have your own world in what makes you, well, you.
Wow, readers, that was fun. What does your world look like? But Marie, that's our world. How do we create our perfect world? And what would that look like?
That is a great idea. You are thinking of a utopia. A utopia is a world that is perfect, that has no flaws. You can put love, friendship, world peace, evil robots, and whatever else you'd like to have in your perfect world that you could create.
That sounds like a great idea. Let's put what our ideal world includes on the outside of our worlds.
Here's my ideal world. I have my friends, my family, my school, and myself, but I also have some stuff on the outside. For my friends, my friends and I are like the Ninja Turtles. So my one friend, Sierra, is like Raphael. My friend Cyrus is like Michelangelo. My brother is like Donatello, and I'm like Leonardo. And then I have my family. My grandpa's down here watching TV, my mother's sleeping, and my brother's playing his guitar. Myself, I like to draw art, and I want to be a teacher. And here's a little eye that I drew. For school, so far, I've normally been watching Disney Plus, doing homework, and sleeping, and going to class. But for my utopia, what I would also add in, world peace, maybe some magical beings, rules to stop fights, some love for everybody, and people can do anything they want in order to survive.
Wow, that sounds really cool. Here's my perfect world. Mine includes my friends, and I have all of us connected together with a bunch of our names. For school, I decided to drop upstate because that's where we both go. For my family, I have the 5 of us, my dog, and my cats. And then for myself, I drew me swimming since I love to swim, a penguin because I just love them, and a TV since I watch a lot of TV. And then my utopia, I would also have love, peace, my friends and family.
Just know that you have the ability to change the world one step at a time, even if it is something minor.
We all get to choose our own path. It's up to you to decide how you want to live your life. No matter what, stick to the path you believe in, because you're the one who will live it, no one else. Thanks for listening in. I hope you had a good time.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.